For the last 5 years, the NBA championship trophy has been claimed by the Detroit Pistons and Chicago Bulls. Two teams, bitter rivals, their faces unforgettable, their dislike for each other immeasurable. They would meet in the playoffs 4 straight seasons, staging epic battles to claim superiority. At times, things would get out of hand, but to back off would mean to give in. In 1989 and 1990, it was the Pistons who stood tall, but hopes of a three-peat were abruptly halted. The king was dead. Long live the king. The Bulls are now seeking a 4th straight championship, and the Pistons would like nothing better than to point out just how difficult that will be. Anderson out to set the pick for Thomas. Right away, of this home and home series. Bulls controlling off the boards. Nice play by Mills, stopping Pippen. And it's a 4-on-2. Detroit not able to take advantage. Now Anderson does.
Good alert play by Terry Mills, who is known as a
three. And Pippen with the opening. Scottie Pippen going all the way.
Well, more and more in train.
Armstrong met by the double team. Luke Longley.
Not planned to have Bill Cartwright for the beginning of the season. Of course, they had to use him more than they wanted. They really want to have him ready for the playoffs.
And Dumars gives Detroit a 6-4 in 20 and lost 16. They have dropped 2 of the last 3 away from home as Pete Myers has tied the game at 6. Pistons next to last in the Central Division, a record of 20 and 50. Here's Isaiah Thomas for 3.
That's what Sean Elliott can really do for a ball club.
Longley saving that deflected pass. Longley with the rebound, able to feed Grant. Nicely done by Luke Longley. And the Detroit lead for the Pistons on and off for a season that included former Piston as Isaiah again is able to hit the 3. Former Piston Mills pitches down to Thomas. Dumars, that's a 3-pointer for Joe Dumars.
Well, Isaiah had that one lined up.
Has come on for Isaiah Thomas. Lindsey Hunter, the rookie from Jackson State. Elliott. Detroit with a backcourt of Houston and Hunter. They double up on Elliott. The steal by Kukoc. Gets it out to JoJo English, who just checked in. JoJo English out of South Carolina.
Bill's a little bit over-aggressive.
Here's Williams. Scott Williams has had a very frustrating season. Here's Scott Williams. Strong move. It counts, and the foul. Foul committed by David Wood.
David Wood, again, who's having his problems in the strength category, trying to keep Scott Williams outside the lane, but that was just a beautiful move by Williams as he didn't feel a lot of pressure for
Isaiah Thomas. At one point, there were rumors of Isaiah being traded to the Knicks, followed by an announcement that he will remain as Horace Grant was able to tie the game at 31. The announcement that Isaiah Thomas will repeat Chilcutt and David Wood. So Dumars, 34.
Nice execution on the side out of bounds play. Actually, Kerr had hit it wide open underneath, but he still got the ball. BJ for the long jumper.
And I took a poke in the eyelid the other day, hit accidentally during practice by BJ Armstrong. Well, the Pistons get a wins over the likes of Seattle and Phoenix, Cleveland, Miami, the Nets. Oh, B.J. Armstrong. So Armstrong has 8 points. So to pressure defense for the first time. Pistons able to handle it. Here is Sean Elliott. So Elliott has 7, and it's Detroit. Is now Pippen with Longley and Grant up front. Myers and Armstrong in the backcourt. That's a 3 for Scottie Pippen. So after the slow start, he has come for Mills. 2-on-1. It will not count. offensive foul. Armstrong giving up the body.
Well, B.J. Armstrong, who has objected to being yelled at by Phil Jackson, I'm sure he's going to hear about that shot that he took, but he's also going to get some praise for stepping up and taking a charge on the big guy coming down the lane. Good play by B.J. Armstrong, and you have to step up to that dotted line. Anything deep.
Half play of Terry Mills.
And a broken play to start this half. They were looking for Terry Mills coming up for the open shot, and just poor execution. They wound up with the court.
On that open three-point shot, Myers with a nice look. Horace Grant giving the Bulls a 4-point lead.
And shot, get a rebound or a steal and get out and go. You just can't keep taking the ball out of the net.
Wild shot by Isaiah Thomas. And Pippen able to feed it ahead for Armstrong. Got the step. Nice break by the Bulls. Don Chaney wants a timeout. Detroit and Chicago have had a fierce rivalry, of course, in the up days of the Pistons, as you look at the pretty pass from Pippen to set up Armstrong. But it's certainly been a different story this season for Detroit, the 30 games under 500. We asked Scottie Pippen, do you have sympathy for what the Pistons are going through? Standings, trailing Atlanta, 5 in front of Orlando. Pippen keeps it alive. Scottie Pippen giving the Bulls a 56-48 lead, and Scottie has 13. Here's Dumars for 3. Joe Dumars from downtown to bring Detroit within 5.
And the crowd sensing a little bit something. Dumars is one of those streaky shooters. He can get it going.
But Pippen with an answer, so Scottie Pippen.
As a point guard, dribbling is very important. You must be able to know how to dribble with your right hand equally as well as your left hand. You must be able to go in each direction so you can set up other players on the court. One of the drills that I use a lot is called the figure 8 drill. I'll just go through it briefly for you. You want to keep the ball as low as possible and try to get it with your fingertips. And as you get more comfortable with it, you can start looking away from the basketball. Then that way you can see people open. When they make cuts, you can pass it, and everybody will love you because you'll be a good point guard.
Well, we talked about Isaiah.
Came over to the Chicago Bulls. He showed some very nice moves. Jones gets inside. But the coaches. Armstrong, yes. And the Bulls are pulling away. They now lead. Shot clock is down to 5. Pippen. It will count. It's a goaltend on Charles Jones. So Scottie Pippen gets credit.
A nice patience and ball movement by the Chicago Bulls. Finally get the mismatch with Scottie Pippen inside against the much smaller Isaiah Thomas. Charles Jones coming over and getting that shot on the way down, although some of the crowd did not agree with it. It was a good call.
Another deflection leading to a turnover. Armstrong's pass, and Pippen ended up with it.
Caught on his hip and went back to his right. I'm not sure. Couldn't tell by BJ's expression either.
I don't think that was the design, but he'll take the end result. Isaiah Thomas, 17 points.
Here goes B.J. Armstrong. Let's see how this pass winds up going to the right. Actually, I guess it went off Sean Elliott's leg as he tried to make the pass to the left. Scottie Pippen makes no mistake, however, as he gets the dunk on the pass. A lot of mismatches occurring on the triangle offense for the Chicago Bulls just by getting their normal movement. The Pistons doing a lot of switching, and every time the Bulls seem to get that mismatch, they take advantage.
And now clinging to an 8-point lead. Hunter. Lindsey Hunter is setting it up off the dribble. They have problems here at the start of the fourth quarter. Grant. Finally, Chicago gets on the board. The Bulls 7. Again, Hunter looking to do it off the dribble. And does. Lindsey Hunter putting the move. 72. Hunter. Yes, oh, he's on fire. Shot clock down to 5. Down to 3. Pippen for 3. Yes. Whoa.
Scottie Pippen has done that all season.
Was hitting the jump shot. Hunter off the dribble. He beat Armstrong. What a move. Benny has 15. Hunter. Yes.
here in the fourth. Now Myers. Three-pointer for Myers.
Well, I mentioned that Pete Myers normally does.
Come on, rotate. 12 seconds. Mills for three. And he's got it from way out. Terry Mills brings the 15 points. Sean Elliott couldn't find anyone, then able to inbound. Time is running down. Here's Mills again for three. Yes! The Bulls by 1, 3 seconds remaining. And a foul given. The Detroit Pistons 93, so the Bulls